Okay, so I'm going to be finding the absolute extrema of this function. So the first thing you're going to do is find the derivative. So by finding the derivative, you do f prime, g, and g prime. So f in this function is going to be your numerator, which is 2x, and then the derivative of that is just 2. And then your denominator is going to be g, which is x squared plus 1, and then g prime will be 2x. And to find the derivative of that, you cross multiply f prime times g minus g prime times f. So then that comes out to be 2 times x squared plus 1 minus 2x times 2x, all over g of x squared, which is x squared plus 1 squared. So now I'm going to distribute the 2, so it's 2x squared plus 2, and I'll multiply these together, so it'll be negative 4x squared all over x squared plus 1 squared. So now you can combine these together, the negative 4x squared and the 2x squared. So that comes out to be negative 2x squared plus 2 over x squared plus 1 squared. So now I'm going to factor out the 2. So it'll come to be 2 negative x squared plus 1 over. Okay, so I'm going to finish this out, and that'll be x squared plus 1 squared. And I'm going to set both of them equal to 0. So then this will come out to be negative x squared plus 1 equals 0. And then x squared plus 1 squared equals 0. So then that comes out to be x squared equals 1, the square root, so x equals plus or minus 1. And then this you cannot take the square root of, because it turns out to be negative 1, and you can't take the root of a negative. And both of these are in the interval. So I'm going to go back in and plug in plus and minus 1 and also 2 and negative 2 to the original function. So first I'm going to plug in my critical value points, which is 1. So f of 1 is 2 times 1 over 1 squared plus 1, which is 2 over 2, which is 1. And then I'll plug in f of negative 1, which is 2 times negative 1 over negative 1 squared plus 1. And that equals negative 2 over 2. And you get negative 1. And then I'm going to plug in my endpoint. So f of negative 2 is 2 times negative 2 all over negative 2 squared plus 1, which is negative 4 over 5. And then I'm going to plug in f of 2, which is 2 times 2 over 2 squared plus 1, which ends up being 4 over 5. And my lowest point on my smallest value is negative 1. So that means when x equals 1, that's our minimum. So when x equals 1, that's the minimum. And then the greatest value is positive 1. So that is when x equals 1, that's our maximum.